Good morning, Dada. Why didn't you answer my Hangouts call? And I hope you're driving safe. Be careful. And where are you today?
What's going on YouTube? Got another video I want to make. Well, clearly I'm making the video right now. But before I get into it, man, the little clip of the little boy talking at the beginning of this video was clearly my son, for those of y'all who were kind of slow, couldn't figure it out. But it's a video my son sent me Monday, right after I left out, and he sent another video as well that I'm attached to the end of this video, because those two videos tie directly into the topic of why I'm making this video, which is over-the-road fatigue and burnout. It's something that everybody's going to deal with. You know, every driver that's been out here for, you know, a decent amount of time has experienced it. Those who are new, the new drivers out here, if they haven't experienced it, they will. And for those of y'all who are interested in coming out here and getting your license and driving, and you know, the glitz and the glamour that's associated with this job, you're going to deal with it sooner or later. For me, I've been dealing with it on and off probably for the better part of a year, but really more so the last 2 months or so. And I think that's directly correlated with the fact that I've had to go home several times over the last 2 months to deal with my my dental situation with the 2 root canals, tooth extraction, and then I got some cavities that got to be filled. So to date, I've got one root canal done. Still got to have the crown put on. I've gotten the tooth extraction done. I got to go back home June 11th to have the other root canal done, and I'll deal with the other, the filling the cavities when I go home in July. But since I went home 2 or 3 times over a 2-month period, the burnout comes primarily from being away from home and on the road. But for me, the time I spent at home, kind of frequent time I spent at home over the last 2 months, didn't help at all. Because, you know, it's a damn if you do, damn if you don't. If you just stay on the road to avoid going home and dealing with the feelings of not wanting to leave, well, then your mind gets on you like, well, you know, you ain't been home in 2 months. And then when you go home and you're like, all right, well, now I gotta leave, and it's like, damn, now you've been home for 4 or 5, maybe 7, 8 days. Now you gotta leave, and you're gonna be gone for 4 weeks, 6 weeks. You know, it's just is what it is, man. You got to deal with the good and the bad. You know, but for me, you know, the burnout comes from those factors, being away from home so much. The fact that if something urgent happens, you're not there to deal with it. You know, it's going to take you several hours to a couple days to get home. And then, you know, just primarily just being away from your family, man. Being away from your intermediate family, being away from your significant other, being away from your children, if you have those two things, really weigh on you. You know, as much as you know that it's going to affect you, is really no way to prepare for it. You know that you're going to miss your family. You know you're going to miss your wife or your husband or your fiance. You know you're going to miss your kids. But there's really no way of understanding it until you actually deal with it. And it just comes on out of nowhere. You really can't prepare for it. So when it sets in, man, and you start questioning why you're out here, you know, like, what the hell am I doing out here? And I need to just go back home. And how do I deal with that? What I do is I have to remind myself why I'm here, why I came out here. I was home with a local job. Wasn't paying enough money. And I saw bigger and better things for myself. So that's what I remind myself. You came out here with a plan. You came out here with a goal. Stick to that plan. Stick to that goal. And, you know, stay the course. Trust the process. Nothing great has ever been accomplished without an equal sacrifice. So you gotta be willing to accept that challenge, that sacrifice, and continue to move forward with it. You know, that's just the short and long of it. So that's what I tell myself. You know, being OTR is not a permanent thing. It never was. Coming out the gate, it never was a plan or anything that I thought about. Like, yeah, I'm going to do this for the next 20 years. Like, no. I came to Prime with a 3 to 5 year plan, and that has been almost immediately I updated that to a 3-year plan. Basically, it's a 3-year lease on this truck. Run this truck for 3 years, turn it in, save up money, and take the lease completion bonus to go buy me a truck. And then from there, I will run on my own and do something similar to one of my former co-workers, a dude named Terrell. Shout out to you, Terrell. I know he was watching some of my earlier videos, but I think he done started balling so much that he probably ain't even on YouTube no more. But he got his own truck. He just recently got his own trailer. On Instagram, he posted a picture of the week he has planned out for him. So this current week, he's gonna run Monday through Friday. The loads he has booked off of a load board is gonna generate $6,500 in revenue. He lives in Maryland. He's just gonna be running between North Carolina and Pennsylvania, so he's not running far at all. He's gonna be no more than 6-7 hours away from his home. You understand? And with that said, he should be able to get home at least once, maybe twice, throughout this Monday through Friday period, for a 10-hour plus break before he either delivers or picks up his next load. And at the end of the day, he's gonna be done with his loads by Friday, back home Friday, and chilling on the weekend will have made $6,500. That's the next phase for me. And that's why, you know, when I start having these feelings and my mind starts wandering, I'm like, I should just go home. That's what I remind myself, like, you'll be home soon enough. You need to just stay the course and keep doing what you're doing, getting your money right so that you can get this truck and then you can get into that position like my boy is in. And then from there, continue saving to buy another truck to build your fleet, of which I done abandoned the OTR idea because I'm not feeling having trucks that are mine that I'm responsible for all over the country. What I've decided to do is just have my little fleet running local, and odds are I'm probably just going to look into one of the several gas companies in my area, look for some drivers, hire some drivers, buy some day cabs, and just lease them on to one of the gas companies, have my drivers making local gas deliveries, and pay them well for it. I ran into a guy while I was at home. He was delivering some gas at the gas station I was at, and I went up and talked to him. He actually drives for an owner-operator who leased his trucks onto the gas company, which that company is called Quest. And he told me that he makes $1,500 to $2,000 a week. And I said, well, you know, damn, if the owner-operator can afford to pay his driver $1,500 to $2,000 a week, I know he's eating. And that's good. That's more than fair. You know, if I was making $1,500 to $2,000 when I was local, I would never have came over the road. Wouldn't even have thought about it. But I was making $750 to $850 on average. So, but that's kind of my plan moving forward. And but that's how I deal with it. You know what I mean? You got to find your way to deal with it, to fight through it if possible. But you know, it's not for everybody. It's not possible. This is not OTR is not for everybody. It truly is a lifestyle. I've heard that saying prior to coming out here. It's not a job, it is a career, but it's a lifestyle, and everybody can't do this lifestyle, which is why there is a shortage of drivers, and has been a shortage of drivers for the better part of a decade. And it will continue to be a shortage of drivers because the average salary for truck drivers is $40,000 a year. And you're asking somebody to stay away from their home, from their wife, their significant other, their husband, their children, their family, for weeks at a time, months at a time, for a, at best, middle of the pack salary. I made $55,000 my last year local. The average salary for truck drivers is $40,000 across the board. That's pathetic. So when you factor in the lifestyle combined with that pay, that's why there's a shortage of drivers. But that's neither here nor there. That was completely off topic. But there are drivers who come out here that don't even make it through training when they realize this just ain't for me. I can't be away from my home this long. I can't be away from my family this long. You got people who get out here, they get their CDL, they start driving, they're enjoying it, they're having fun. 3 months later down the road, they realize they're burnt out, completely burnt out. They can't do it. They quit, just go straight back home. You know, so it's not for everybody, man. But there's an opportunity out here to start something and to build something and to put yourself into a better situation financially and to basically work for yourself and employ yourself. And that was my reason for coming out here, and that's where I remind myself of. I don't want to go back to being an employee, clocking in and clocking out, having to ask somebody if I can have this day off, having to ask and get approved for a week or 2 of vacation I want to use. I don't want to go back to that again. So that's what I do to remind myself, man. You got to fight through this little burnout and fatigue stage you're going through right now. Keep your eyes focused on the task at hand, on the goal, and keep moving forward and keep doing what you're doing. That's how I deal with it. But I've talked enough about that, man. It's 11 minutes long. Like I said, there's other factors that factor into it, but I won't go any deeper, man. Y'all get the point, you know. We're all going to deal with it out here on the road at some point. Some of us can get through it. Some of us can't. But you got to find a way to try. You understand? So, with that said, before I end this video, I do want to thank all of my subscribers, and shout out to all the new subscribers, because I know I've been away for a while. I haven't uploaded a video in a minute, but still have been gaining several subscribers every week. So I want to thank you guys for that. And my most previous student, Bill, upgraded 3 weeks ago. He's out here. He got his truck. He's out here doing his thing. So shout out to my dude, Bill. And I'm going to be running solo for the next several weeks. You know, my grandfather's health situation is in flux. And I still have a dental appointment I need to get back home to. And then I'll be coming home in July, like I'll do every year, the first week of July, for my son's birthday, which is the 2nd. And my birthday is the 5th of July. So I take that first week of July off faithfully. So I'm not really going to be getting another student for the next several weeks. So I'll have time to, you know, make some more videos. I do have at least 2 more that I know I want to get done. 2 more trigger to trade videos. I'll get those done and upload those in the next couple of days. But yeah, once again, thanks to all the subscribers, thanks to all the new subscribers, and I'll holler back at y'all on the next one, man. So as always, till next time, y'all be easy.
Like I said, be careful, drive safe, make sure to answer my Hangouts call, and I miss you. Come back soon. I love you. Bye.
I stay on the clock, I'm always on the clock. Soon as I open my eyes, I'm at my fucking job.